Well, when the buyer is opening escrow, because they actually deposit the earnest money, that earnest money is their good faith that they are going to purchase your home. Typically, we're looking around 1% of the purchase price. So on a $500,000 home, we'd like to see the buyer come in with $5,000. We talked about this previously on strong offers. And that money is held in earnest. So in the event the buyer defaults, the title company has the ability to release that earnest money to the seller. So going into what the title company does, the title company is actually a neutral third party who follows the contract. So we don't hold earnest money at the broker's office, we hold it at the title company. And so the title has written instructions, which is the purchase contract, counter offers, addendums to the contract, HOA addendums, things like that. That is how the title company processes the contract and has to follow the guidelines. The other thing the title company does is I consider them a little bit like your accountant, right? So for instance, they're going to pull all the information on your property, such as your taxes, your HOA information, and a lot of the times you actually have what are called impound accounts for those particular items. So you could pay a lot up front in HOA fees, and for the time that you're living in the property, you will pay for those fees, but you will get reimbursed at close of escrow through the title company for the days that you did not live in the property. Same goes for taxes. So they are the money handlers to make sure everything is followed to a T, including concessions, or if you're going to be paying broker fees, whether it's the listing broker, most of the time you're doing that if you're selling your property with an agent, or you may be paying a portion of the buyer broker fees. They're going to account for all of that information. They also are going to get information if there's any liens or encumbrances on your property. And what that means essentially is, let's say you had a roof replaced and you did not pay them. They could lien your house, or you didn't pay your taxes. They can lien your house. Those financial obligations that you had to those people will be paid at the close of escrow, okay? So that's also what they do, is provide these reports to you. They provide the title report to show what the property has attached to it, essentially. They also provide the CC&Rs, okay? And that's the rules of whether you're in a subdivision, but you could be actually on land. When property is established, you have CC&Rs. I bought a little cabin up north, and my CC&Rs were from 1942, believe it or not. Kind of crazy, right? But they exist when properties are established, when communities are established. They're going to get that HOA information. They're going to get the lender's information who's loaning the buyer money on your property, so they know where to get funds when they go to close. They're also going to get all of your information. You're going to get a nice package in the mail that you have to fill out. Who is the property owner? Is it in a trust account? They are going to make sure that the buyers have insurance when they purchase the property. And so their job is crucial. But the most crucial part of their job is they will be issuing you a title insurance policy. Now, so many people ask me, why do I have to pay for this? Well, I'll give you an example. I had a client that purchased a house, and about 2 years after that, they got a bill in the mail. Guess where the bill was from? The IRS. The IRS wanted money that was owed to them from the previous owners of the property. Well, guess what? Because they had title insurance, they did not have to pay. So it's really you washing your hands of the property and ensuring that you deliver the property in good standing with no liens or encumbrances, and that's the job of the title company, okay? So I can't wait to see you on the next video.